If you are a woman in business who wants to create more sales in May, you are going to want to watch this video. So essentially, I'm going to be sharing with you the 7 different ways in which you are currently blocking your own financial flow into your business. So a lot of the time women come to me and they say that they want to receive more money. They want to bring on more clients. They want to be of more service, have more impact. But what they don't realize is that they are actually inadvertently, unconsciously blocking their own flow of financial abundance and being in receipt of that which they want. Now, I kind of summarized a lot of the most common themes and issues that I see that women get caught in and don't even realize how this could be inadvertently affecting them. So the first one is their beliefs or your beliefs around money and what you believe that other people will be paying for or won't pay or all of the things. So I just had this in a mastermind call a moment ago where I had one of the women in there say, they had the belief that in order for people to invest in their services, that they needed to be in their world for a little while before they made that decision. They needed to be nurtured. They needed to be warmed up. And I shared the example of actually, I've had a client that's found me on TikTok and been a client by the end of the day. When you are fully empowered and you know who the fuck you are as a person and as a coach and what you bring to the table as a service provider, people will feel that energy. And for the right people, it will be a hell yes when they find you. If your content is good, if you are in integrity, if you have conviction in what it is that you're selling, speak to those people. Don't keep trying to convince or manipulate or warm up the people that aren't really interested or maybe are but aren't yet in a place to invest in your services. Instead, activate and speak to the people that are ready to go and they just want to tick a few boxes, but they've seen enough and they are good to go. Speak to those people, because when you have the belief that people are going to come into my world and buy every day, that is what's projected back to you in your reality. So your reality right now around money is a reflection of your internal belief system. And I see this happen so often when people are telling me, it's one of the reasons why it's so powerful to look beyond your current and immediate network for inspiration. It's why I have always invested intuitively and strategically into mastermind containers and really putting myself in the rooms and at the table of the women that are doing and creating more and are more successful financially than me, because it shows me what's possible. So when I am then having conversations with other people who are saying, oh, no one's buying right now in the online space, no one's got any money, cost of living crisis, petrol prices is going up, fuel prices, I know in my very immediate circle, there are other people that are having their best income months ever, because people are still buying and money didn't just disappear. There are trillions of dollars in the economy at any one point. We are completely surrounded by opportunities to make money. There is literally money energy whizzing around us at any point in the day. You can tap into that at any time. It doesn't just disappear and get rolled out at certain times of the year because you have that belief that it does. It's around us all the time. It's what you choose to do about it that actually determines your reality. So if you believe that everybody's buying, that even if I'm turning up every day and selling on my story, somebody's going to buy every day, then that will be your reality, because your universe is projecting back at you what it is that you believe to be true. So that was number 1. Number 2 is comparing yourself to others only reinforces the belief that where you are right now, you are not good enough and you are not worthy of your next level of success. Again, what you believe to be true is what's going to be reflected back at you. So if you have people on your social media grid right now that you are telling yourself, oh, I'm just taking inspiration, I'm just checking and I'm just doing the things. But what you're actually doing is comparing yourself to others and identifying gaps from where you are to where they are, then all you are doing is reinforcing the belief that you're not good enough. If you are coming from a place of not being good enough, guess what? People respond to that at an energetic level. They feel that energy and they will not invest in your services. The next one is judging others equally. So if we are, seeing people on Instagram that are having this bougie experience of life, that are traveling and doing all the things, first of all, when we judge people, we are essentially making it not safe to have what they want, what they have. So it creates a sense of separation and it reinforces, again, the belief to your subconscious brain that what they have is going to also lead to other judgment from others. And ultimately, our primary objective is to be safe and to be part of a tribe and to be liked. It's part of our DNA is part of our basic level programming and part of our unconscious belief system, because being in a tribe, being in a community, being liked represents safety. So if one person who has essentially given themselves permission to go all in on their goals is living this incredible life, is now resulting in judgment from you and negative talk and all the things, your brain's going to be like, well, hell no, we don't want that, because we don't want to be that girl that nobody likes. Everybody claps for the underdog. Everybody gets behind a sad story. Nobody wants to see others win. We love to tear them down when they get to that level of success, because suddenly what happens is it gives us a mirror. It holds up a mirror to what we are not doing in our own reality. So therefore, if they have done it and they've come from a similar circumstance or background or other things, why are we not doing it? It holds up the mirror as to why we are not doing it and why we are letting other things get in the way and keep us from our next level of success. It also gives us an excuse. Let's be honest. You know, we can sit there and say, oh, it's because she hasn't got kids. Oh, she must have had money. Oh, she's got a rich husband. She's obviously got more time on her hands than I do. It gives us a get out of jail free card as to why we can't have the same level of success. So that judgment might make us feel good in the minute, but it's actually keeping us from our goals in the long haul, because there is no part of your unconscious brain that is going to want to inadvertently put you in harm's way. So if you do not celebrate and clap for those women that are hitting those incredible financial milestones in their business, seemingly in effortless ways, you will never be able to experience that in your reality. The next one is your need to win and your attachment to the outcome. Your need, this push energy. I've done a whole podcast episode on this alone, because when you are coming from a place of it has to be this or it's not good enough, it has to be this number, you really are pushing yourself again away from what it is that you want. Now, as a mindset coach, I have to balance out the spiritual elements here, because equally I know that subconscious parts of our brain love specificity. They love focus. Our reticular activating system loves details, descriptions, tangible things that we can aim for. But where the spiritual element comes in for me, it's about the release and surrender, that if it's not this, if it's not that number, it means that there's something coming even better. It's this or something better. And I think that's the distinction that needs to happen for you, to detach from the outcome. Because equally what we're saying is that we can't be happy until we have that thing. Well, if we're not happy, we're not going to attract the thing that we want. You know, we can't say that we want a new partner and we're not going to be happy until we get it. We can't say that we want more money and we're not going to be happy till we get it. Because if you're not happy now, you're not going to be a vibrational match to it when it comes along anyway. Nobody wants to be with somebody who's super needy, girls, you know? So you have to, and you feel that energy as well. I'm sure you've had guys that are like, oh, wow, he is way too keen. He's way too needy. It's making me realize it's not me that he wants. He just wants somebody. That, you know, we feel all of this at an energetic level unconsciously. Number 5 is all around your fear of failure. Not only is it really putting one foot in and one foot out, but it's also stopping us from taking the inspired action that might actually lead to inspired creative ways to get to the same outcome if you are so scared of failing. You know, because first of all, let's have a reframe. Failure is only feedback. I truly believe that at my core. As an entrepreneur, you have to build up that resilience and that bounce back ability, because you will never make it in business. I've had more failures than I've ever counted, and the reason that I can't count is because it doesn't even consciously register. I don't care. I don't give a shit anymore. Like, genuinely, that's part of the process. And if you're not failing, then you're really not expanding yourself enough. You're not trying enough new things. You're not putting you're obviously staying stuck in the things that you know work and that are familiar. But at some point, they're not going to work anymore. And if you haven't given yourself permission to go out there and to be resourceful, be resilient, just try a few things, come from a place of curiosity, then you're really missing opportunities to bring something innovative to the market, to push yourself outside your comfort zone, to do something different and creative, and to really go out there and do the things. Now, we love to give ourselves a get out of jail free card where it's like, I'm not really going to go all in, because then nothing bad can happen. Like, even if I don't win, it's like, well, you know, I didn't really try that hard anyway. I didn't really promote it that hard. I didn't really push it that hard with my audience. So we've always got that get out of jail free card. But the reality is, if you go all in and it doesn't work out, it's because of this or something better. You've got to say it with me, this or something better. And you've got to have trust in the universe that nobody is here waiting for you to win, waiting for you to lose, sorry. Like, the universe wants you to win. So if it hasn't worked out, it's because something better is coming along. Fear, number 6, fear of rejection, and making it about you and not about your clients. So one thing that I learned really quickly, in order to be able to really go all in and go all out for my clients and to continue to push things forward in my business and for my own personal growth, was I removed my ego from that situation that says that it's all about me. If I don't hit this level of income, it's because I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. When did you become so special? When was it about you, you know? And it's really, I had to take my ego out of that situation, because I would not be able to go all in otherwise, and just instead know that if somebody says no to me, it might be a no for now, but essentially it's a numbers game in business, right? So you've got to build up that resilience, and you've got to, build up that tolerance for, okay, somebody else, that's absolutely fine. It's not about just any old person will do. You've got to also protect your boundaries and have integrity with who it is that you're even making invitations to. But it's about knowing that if it's not now, it might be a yes later. But equally, it's about understanding that it's an opportunity again for feedback. If somebody doesn't buy from you, why not? Why have they not seen the value of your offer? Maybe there's something a tweak that needs to happen in your messaging, in your marketing, in your content. Are you talking to people that can't afford your services? Are you trying to be too accessible? Are you trying to talk to everybody? You're talking to people that are curious about working with you and not the ones that are committed? Are you talking to people that aren't even empowered to embed the learnings that you're sharing? In which case, maybe it's a content and a messaging. Maybe they're not seeing the value in your offer. Maybe you're not really speaking to their desired outcomes that they actually want and that they would be ready to move for. So it's all powerful feedback, and you've just got to take your ego out of that equation so that you can really get to the crux of it, because otherwise you become very stuck in your ways and you never really move forward. You just keep repeating the same old feast and famine cycles that aren't serving you in any way. So stop making it about you and make it about them, and you will show up with a whole new vibe and energy. People will feel that. They will lean in. They will want to be in your energy and work with you. That's how you become magnetic, and you don't even have to start putting yourself out there. People will come to you. And then the last thing is the need for more. Now, again, as spiritual beings, we are here to grow, expand, and even Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We are here to fulfill that bigger purpose and feel like we've reached our potential in life. That's what is one of our driving forces at a very cellular and spiritual level. And we also get to be grateful with where we are right now, because again, there's so many reasons why this can be really self-sabotaging. And I've seen it time and time again with women in business that are like, oh, I hit a 10K month, next month has to be 20. And it's like, but who said that? Who said that you need to continually move to the next milestone? Because also what happens is that you don't fully embed and ground and acclimatize to where you currently are, because you're also always chasing the next thing, which means that it's not built on a solid foundation. So it means that your chance of then hitting 0 the following month is actually quite likely, because you've not ground in and acclimatized to this new level of income. That's why 70% of lottery winners lose it all within the first 2 years, because they're not used to that level of wealth. You need to really ground in. But equally, if you're not grateful for what you have, the universe is not going to send you more, and you're always going to be living in and operating from a place of fear that got to keep going, got to get more, got more. And I've seen this happen to so many women in the coaching business, and it's really sad, because they're making it about the numbers, they're making it about them, they're making it about I'll be happy when, and putting conditions on their happiness and their success and their feelings of worthiness and validation on external factors. Now, when those external factors are gone, what are you left with? At any point, your feelings of happiness, self-worth, and peace could be removed from you. That's a really scary place to be in life, when everybody else and everything else has so much influence over your peace and happiness. You need to be able to be happy and now, but also so that you can hold on to it for longer before you reset your energetic minimum, your wealth thermostat, and you can then build on that with a solid foundation of gratitude, knowing, worthiness, to then hit your next level of income. Now, it's balancing it out, again, as I said, between that specificity and that motivation to keep going with being grateful now. Like for me, it's me against me, right? I don't compare myself to anybody else, because we're all living in very different and unique sets of circumstances. It's about, so I track my income from a year-on-year trend, where it's like, as long as I feel like I have experienced growth from this version of me versus this version of me last year, I am good. I believe in the long game in business. And inevitably, that means that my income continues to grow regardless because I'm not focusing on it. I'm not putting my happiness on it. It just is. It's just happening because I am enjoying the process. So those are the 7 ways that you are currently sabotaging and blocking your flow of financial abundance. Let me know which, if any, because they are super sneaky bitches that creep up on you. So it's your beliefs around money and what you believe that people will pay or won't pay and how they need to pay and all of the conditionings you're putting around how you can receive money today. Comparing yourself to others, judging others, your need to win and the attachment to the outcome, your fear of failure, your fear of rejection, and your need for more and never really grounding in and having enough right now. Those are the ways that you're currently potentially blocking your flow of financial abundance into your business. Let me know if any of those resonate with you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave me a review. Like, this is so powerful. I'm a manifesting generator. I need the feedback and the open dialogue with the women that are consuming my content, right? So let me know what you're loving, what you're not loving, what you want me to expand on more. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember, the better it gets, the better it gets.